Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Before we get going, I have to tell you what just happened to me. I'm on the road and I'm driving, and I'm in the left lane. It's a 4-lane divided road. It's not a highway. I'm in the left lane, which is not a fast lane. It's just the left lane, right? Because it's not a freeway. I'm driving along, speed limit drops from 55 to 45. And generally, I drive the speed limit because, frankly, I don't want to donate to the city, nor do I want to sit on the side of the road for an hour, you know? So anyway, it drops to 45. Somebody's right on my rear end, right? And typically when that happens, I make sure I'm going the speed limit. I don't slow down. I don't try to be annoying or anything. But I do slow down. I just saw it happen again. What in the heck is going on? I'll get to it in a second. So the speed limit then drops to 35, right? And I let off the gas and just let the truck ease down to 35 miles an hour. You know, I didn't hit the brakes or anything, and I was going 42 when I hit the 35 mile an hour limit. There's a Nissan Rogue. That's the one who's right on my arse, right? Right behind me. Well, we come up to where there's a stoplight, and of course there's a lane that goes over where you can turn left. And I see him get on it, and I know what he's going to do, right? He goes in that lane, goes around me, and then gets back in front of me in the left lane of the 2-lane road. Now, I said I saw it again. I did. Just a couple seconds ago, I'm going down a different road, still a 4-lane divided road, and a guy gets over, does the same thing, although it's a much longer turn kind of lane, goes around. He's in front of me right now. It's actually a Jeep Gladiator this time. He does the same thing. He goes around whoever it was in front of him, and now he's just driving normal. So I don't get it. He seemed to be in a big hurry, enough to risk a ticket or maybe an accident, because you see, the problem that these idiots run is that, let's say the first guy, I was going to turn left. I might have gotten over in that lane. I mean, I had the right of way. I had opportunity and access to that turn lane before he did, and he didn't nail it when he was at the access point. In other words, when the yellow line breaks and you can get over, he got in there first before that. So anyway, it's just an opportunity for an accident, just being a not very nice person. You fill in the blank, right? So that's what happened to me so far, just out driving around making videos. Right now I'm going 55. It's the speed limit, 57, and I've got a Ford F-150. Too close, I think. If I slammed on my brakes, we'd be saying hello real close up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just people. I don't get it. Slow down, relax. If you're in that big of a hurry, take the freeway. Anyway, none of that's what I wanted to talk about today. What I wanted to talk about is Toyota Tacoma jealousy. And is that what drives us to keep doing mods and things on the truck? I'm guilty of it myself. You know, down here in South Texas, there are a lot of Toyota Tacomas. I mean, you can't go out without seeing, I don't know, every 2 seconds practically, that seems like, maybe every minute or two, a Toyota Tacoma driving around. And down here, we like to mod our trucks, right? Lift them, bigger wheels and tires, negative offset, tinted windows, exhausts, I mean, you name it, everything is down here, right? So I think when I see one that I really like, I do get a little bit jealous of it, right? And then I think I have got to do that, whatever it might be, or some version of it, to my truck as well, whether it's a lift, particularly a lift. I really dig lifted trucks anyway, so every time I see a real nice Tacoma that's lifted, I start thinking, man, I know I'm going to get rid of the ride quality. I know I'm going to affect probably the handling. It's going to be louder because of even bigger tires on the truck, more aggressive tread. But none of that matters because they look awesome. There's probably nothing better than a lifted Toyota Tacoma. I mean, of all the trucks out there, the Tacoma just does it, at least for me anyway. So anyway, I get home and I start to look, and I've done this, and I've done it recently. It's probably why I've just gone to 2 mods here in the last maybe couple weeks. One is still waiting for me to install. It's because I keep seeing versions of these things out there on the road, and I had to do something. Anyway, I think that's what drives us. I think we get jealous, maybe envious is a better word, maybe jealous isn't the right word. Whatever it is, we start to lust after these trucks. I mean, I know I do. So I had decided a while back that since I wasn't going to be able to put my hands on the 2024 I want until probably mid to late next year, I'm even here in 2 years, I hope not, that I was going to go ahead and just carry on with this truck. You know, my plan originally was to really not do a whole lot to it, a few things, and then trade it off. It was kind of an intermediate truck for me until or when the 2024 was available. But I think I probably didn't fully educate myself when I made that decision, because I had thought, I don't know why, I've been through this before, but I had it in my mind that Toyota was going to put the hybrids out right away. Well, they're not. They're going to release just the regular turbo V6 or V4s, I should say, or turbo 4s first. And you're not going to be able to get the hybrid version until a little bit later on, which I find kind of strange, because I would expect them to put the Pro out fairly soon. And unless I missed something, it doesn't seem to me that the Pro is going to be anything other than a hybrid. And that means it's not going to be available until mid to late next year either. Kind of strange. I mean, doesn't Toyota typically put the Pro out pretty quick after release, you know, to make a little extra money? I mean, it's a more expensive truck. They can kind of limit the production, and then the dealers jack them up. And I do think there's a little wink, wink, nod, nod between the dealers and the manufacturers. I think that the dealers might adjust production levels on different versions, not the brand as a whole, but on different versions of trucks, to allow the dealerships to tack on some market adjustment money, particularly since we had the big sickness out there and a lot of the dealerships lost a lot of money. I think that might be going on, and maybe that's always gone on, just a little buddy-buddy agreement between the manufacturers and the dealers. If you got any first-hand knowledge of that, not just guesses like I'm doing, I'd be curious to know. Somebody who might have an in with Toyota's manufacturing, let us know about that. I'd just be curious. So anyway, I just wanted to get on and kind of let you guys know how I feel when I see these real nice Toyota Tacomas out there. It makes me a bit jealous, a bit envious, I guess, again, probably a better word. And that kind of kicks me in the rear end to even do more to my truck and maybe do things like the lift that I really had decided I wasn't going to do. Leave a comment. Let me know if you experienced this. When you see a real nice looking Tacoma out there, you start thinking, man, I'm going to either have to buy me a new one or start adding some things to what I already have. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.